Sleepworks can get you through any challenges it may create. They blend their meticulously chosen elements into a harmony of solutions. From their famous custom-fit oxygen pillows to their genius blend of mattress components, they somehow combine them into such a comfortable rest that it's music to the ears and bodies of side sleepers. Come try for yourself at European Sleepworks at Abilene and Ashby in Berkeley or online at sleepworks.com.
Attention, did you or a loved one live at or near Marine Base Camp Lejeune in North Carolina between 1953 and 1887? If so, listen closely for this important legal announcement. From 1953 to 1987, Marines and their family members at Camp Lejeune drank water that was contaminated with hazardous toxins. The toxins found in the water at Camp Lejeune may cause health issues, especially later in life. Types of health issues associated with water at Camp Lejeune are numerous. If you or a loved one lived near Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation without going to court, even if you were turned down in the past. If you or a loved one spent time near Camp Lejeune, call the Negligence Network to find out if you're eligible for financial compensation. There's no fee unless we win your case. Call 1-800-600-5536. That's 1-800-600-5536. 1-800-600-5536. If you're thinking about home improvement, why not choose products that last longer, look better, and provide real energy durability of your home for over 50 years. Free estimate and financing available when you call toll-free 855-7234 or online at Armstrong1234.com. Armstrong Painting, Roofing, and Windows. License 245291.
KCBS News Time is 8:58. One final time for the 8 o'clock hour. A check of traffic with Dave South from your local Honda Dealers Traffic Center. We're headed to the Richmond Bridge again.
Heading westbound on the Richmond Bridge near the top of the incline. So lanes will be reopened here shortly before the time being. Traffic goes bumper to bumper back before the toll plaza from the 4th and Richmond Parkway. Looks like we're making some progress towing away what is an overturned big rig eastbound 80 before San Pablo Dam Road. This crash happened during the 2 a.m. hour. The two right lanes have been blocked ever since. Just the two left lanes open. Traffic is backed up before cutting Boulevard. 80 slow and go from Highway 4. And the Nimitz Freeway southbound 880 we've had an injury. Appeared cleared, but traffic slow and go from 238 pretty much all the way down to Mission Boulevard. In the South Bay, southbound 17, some slow traffic from Fort Redwood Estates up towards the summit. Looks like a traffic break to clear an injured deer. Your next traffic update, 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Sunny and mild today after morning clouds with highs in the 60s and 70s coastside, 70s and lower 80s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8th of All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. October 3rd, 2022, coming up on KCBS. I'm Halsey Kwan. A 60-minute investigation shows questionable decisions by the U.S. Forest Service during last year's destructive Howler fire.
I couldn't believe it at first. And this is Matt Bigler at Berkeley High School, where hearts will be heavy this morning for two brothers who were shot and killed at an Oakland house party.
And a slow recovery is in store for victims of Hurricane Ian. Good morning, I'm Margie Schaefer. KFRC-FM and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station. 9 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. In a few days, President Biden will see hurricane damage in Florida. Today, it's a first-hand assessment of the destruction from an earlier storm in Puerto Rico.
As he left the White House with the First Lady, the President told reporters,
"Heading to Puerto Rico because they haven't been taken very good care of."
he wants to see the state of affairs today, noting that Puerto Rico was still recovering from Hurricane Maria, which struck 5 years ago when it was hit by Hurricane Fiona last month. Aides say he and Dr. Biden will help package food and other supplies and attend a briefing on the recovery efforts. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
Reporting from Fort Myers, CBS's Chris Van Cleve has the latest on the epic cleanup from Hurricane Ian.
People's lives litter their front yards.
I feel like like we're existing, but we're really not living. Our life is right there.
Hundreds of thousands are still without power, and state officials are now of evacuation orders in the Fort Myers area that some say did not come soon enough.
Officials hope to get power restored to places in southwest Florida where infrastructure still remains by late next weekend. 164,000 applications have been filed for FEMA assistance so far. Now to Washington and the new term for the U.S. Supreme Court.
We will hear argument first this morning in case 21-450 versus EPA.
Chief Justice John Roberts today the court hearing arguments and declining to hear a challenge to the federal ban on gun bump stocks, but it did agree to consider a case about whether social media companies should be responsible for content posted by users. CBS's Scott McFarlane has more on the trial of an extremist group leader in a case linked to the Capitol attack.
Riot trial so far. Stuart Rhodes, founder of the Oath Keepers, and 4 co-defendants facing the top conspiracy to which they pleaded not guilty. They're accused of plotting to block the peaceful transfer of power outside the city limits and coming ready for battle.
Today, Iran's supreme leader spoke up about the recent turmoil in his country. CBS's Vicki Barker.
In response to these protests inside his country, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has just broken weeks of silence. Rioting organized by the U.S. and Israel.
Checking Wall Street right now, the S&P and NASDAQ are both higher as well. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
It's 9:03 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. Sunny and mild today after some morning clouds. Good morning. I'm Margie Schaefer, and here's what's happening. It will likely be a day of school after 2 brothers were gunned down at a house party in Oakland over the weekend. KCBS's Matt Bigler explains from Berkeley High with more.
As students and teachers arrive here at Berkeley High, many are learning the news that 2 brothers who went to school here were shot and killed on Saturday night. They've been identified by family members as 15-year-old Angel Soletto and 17-year-old Jay-Z Soletto. Both were at a birthday party with lots of other teenagers at a rented house near the Emeryville border when a masked gunman barged in and opened fire. 4 teens were shot. 2 are in stable condition, but the Soletto brothers died on the way to the hospital. Nunzio Burley is a sophomore at Berkeley High.
I think the campus will be a little not as, excited or energetic. It'll be a lot more downtrodden. This is not our first death.
According to a GoFundMe for the family, the Soletto brothers leave behind a single mother and 4 siblings who all looked up to and idolized them. Grief counselors will be on hand here at the school this morning. At Berkeley High School, Matt Bigler, KCBS.
Stunning new revelations from a 60 Minutes investigation show possible missteps by the U.S. Forest Service during the fight against the Caldor fire near South Lake Tahoe last August. KCBS reporter Holly Kwan tells us local firefighters say the incinerated town of Grizzly Flats didn't have to burn. This is what it sounds like when a drought-stricken Sierra tree ignites and starts. The night the Caldor fire roared into Grizzly Flats, eventually destroying 600 homes, the flames were said to be 30 feet above the treetops. Jennifer McKim-Hibbard lost her home and can't even start to rebuild because of all the debris.
And these trees are special because they have been burnt. So it's not like I can cut them up and sell them or cut them up and give them away. They're considered toxic trees.
But the 60 Minutes investigation found that perhaps Hibbard's home didn't have to burn in the first place. This and records obtained by CBS found outdated maps that sent engines down roads that had been for months. Crews that were released before replacements arrived, firefighting efforts that were suspended during ideal firefighting weather. Grant Ingram is a retired fire captain who fought wildfires both for CAL FIRE and the U.S. Forest Service. He spoke to 60 Minutes with Bill Whitaker.
We typically fought fires at night. That was the best time to do it. But yet this Forest Service incident commander was ordered to stop. Yes. Turn back, go home. Right. I couldn't believe it at first. Firefighting is dangerous, but you don't call 911 when you're a firefighter, right? You are there as 911.
The U.S. Forest Service claims its resources were stretched thin because of the Dixie Fire that was also burning nearby, and that conditions were unsafe and back to reassess. Local critics say the feds hadn't thinned enough of the trees and cleared away debris that eventually led the fire straight to the heart of KCBS. As we close out the 2022 water year, there's word San Francisco didn't have it so bad despite the drought. Over the past 12 months, the city got nearly 19 inches of rain, which is nearly 84% of its normal annual total. But what's not such great news is that most of the rain that did fall came down last October and December, with fewer than 3 inches following the first 9 months of 2022. Meteorologists say water years run from October through September, in large part because of the key role the snowpack plays in the state's water supply. Today on Ask an Expert, Dr. Amish Adalja, senior scholar, Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security, will be taking all of your COVID questions. That's coming up at 9:20, and you can send us your questions to askus@kcbsradio.com. Just ahead on KCBS,
I'm Jennifer Hodges. The action the city of San Jose is taking to try and help people living in RVs.
We are headed to the Richmond Bridge again with distracted traffic with Dave Faust.
Well, the good news, westbound Richmond-Santa Fe Bridge, we had an accident that's been cleared. Bad news is, in the backup, there's a stalled big rig top of the first incline, according to Elvin at the KCBS phone force. Right lane is blocked, so traffic, which was starting to get better, is no longer getting better, and traffic is backed up before the Richmond Parkway. Eastbound 80 before San Pablo Dam Road, we still have this accident blocking the 2 right lanes. It was an overturned big rig during the 2 a.m. hour. The rig back on its wheels. Hopefully they're going to tow it out of the way soon, but for the time being, just the 2 left lanes are open, as it's been all morning long. Traffic backed up before cutting Boulevard, westbound 80 slow and go from Highway 4. Nimitz Freeway, southbound 880, that has been slow and go from 238 all the way through Fremont. Earlier accidents and stalls, we've had 3 of them, all cleared at the moment. In the South Bay, very slow. Santa Cruz Mountain, southbound 17, backed up almost to Idlewild now, heading up towards the summit. We had a deer in the lanes there and a traffic break to try and clear that out of the way. And just off the phone with the KCBS phone force, northbound 99 heading into Modesto, an accident there with a big rig, a couple of cars, a lot of broken glass. Traffic is backed up for several miles trying to get into Modesto. Your next traffic updates at 9:08. Traffic leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Dave. Sunny and mild today after morning clouds. Highs in the 60s and 70s coastside, 70s by the bay, and the 70s and lower 80s inland. Cloudy with some patchy coastal fog tonight with lows in the 50s. Cloudier tomorrow at the coast, but mostly sunny by the bay and inland after those morning clouds. Highs just a few degrees warmer than today. 60s and 70s at the coast, 70s by the bay and the mid-80s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 7.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Do you have neuropathy? Are you experiencing numbness, tingling, and pain that just won't stop? Are you taking dangerous drugs that have serious side effects and never fix the pain? If so, please listen to this message. Neuropathy is a serious condition that only gets worse if not treated properly. Call SF Bay Wellness at 844-94-NERVE to get back to doing the things you want to do. There is no drug, exercise, or surgery that can heal nerves. Don't wait until your condition gets worse and stops you from living your life fully. SF Bay Wellness has a time-tested, proven track record of helping hundreds of patients to improve and neuropathy. If you're ready to regain your independence, contact SF Bay Wellness at 844-9 for your $99 neuropathy special and receive a personal treatment plan that is tailored to your needs. Call 844-94-NERVE. That's 844-94-NERVE and start to enjoy life again.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survives tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses